Hey guys, this is Al. It's Sunday the 11th of May, Mother's Day, and I'm back at the shop. I have actually been here a couple of times since the last update, which has been a couple of months. Made some progress with some of the cars, like I've been working on the 928, dealing with that kind of issues. I've also done a little bit of traveling, so I went to Indonesia and then Vietnam. Kind of took a little break before I started the new job, and as always the case, right, you make some progress with some of the cars and then some of the other cars start giving you problems. So what I like to do every so often when I come over here is just run the engines on some of these cars to make sure that I get, lubrication going, get the cars warmed up, all that good stuff. And a couple of weeks ago I cranked on the 107 on the 500 SL, and it wouldn't start, and it was actually making this horrendous noise that's kind of gone away, and I think it may have been like an ignition related clacking. But what I figured out, and I'll take the camera and show you, well, the first thing I did is I hooked one of these things up so that I can crank the car remotely, and I did that for two reasons. One of them is I wanted to do a crank while the car is while I'm here in front of the motor, and then the other thing is that the key broke, so it's not so much the key but the little plastic piece, which makes it a real pain in the rear to turn the key when you're trying to get the car started. You can buy replacements. They don't really last very long, but they'll last long enough. So I'm going to get that taken care of. What I initially did is I poured a little bit of fuel down the intake and I cranked it, and the car fired right up. So I knew that the car was, running okay. The engine was running okay. Piston wasn't stuck. It was pushing up and down as it should. I figured maybe the fuel pump was bad, so what I did is I went underneath the car and I just hooked up this battery charger and jumped the fuel pump, and it was able to run, right? So I was able to figure out that was okay. There wasn't a problem over there. So the next thing I did is I went and looked for the relay, and the relay on these cars, if you don't know, this is a Euro 107 500 SL, but I think the relay location is the same as on the 380s. So if you look at that, let me see if I can get this in here, that little position over here, that's the relay over there, right? That's the relay location. That's right over there, and I think that's the idle control and all that good stuff. So I took that out and I used a paper clip to jump 30 and 87, and I was able to get the car running. So the relay in itself, and I'll show a picture of it, it's a 7-pin setup, and I guess it does more than just act as a fuel pump relay. When you open it up, there's a circuit board inside it, and there's some cold soldered portions of that circuit board. So I'm not very good at soldering, so I took the relay and gave it to the kid. He's going to try to fix it, and then we'll give it a go. Those relays, the OE relays, they're no longer available. There are a couple of companies that will offer like a rebuild service, and then the other ones, they're usually junk, like the ones that are from manufacturers that source them from Asia, shall we call them. You tend to replace them often. and those ones are usually junk, so it's not really worth having. Alright guys, so that's the relay. The kid just brought it back. He did find a broken cold solder joint. He took a picture of it so I can share it with you. So let's try to plug it in and see if it solves the problem. Alright guys, that's it from me. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.